Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I appreciate your time. Thank you so much for watching. Today's video is brought to us by the United States Concealed Carry Association. The USCCA has a ton of education and training that'll get you ready for what happens before, during, or after an act of lawful self-defense. And as a member, you will get self-defense liability insurance so that, God forbid, you have to step up and protect yourself or others. They'll be there to step up to help protect you in the fallout. Thanks to USCCA for being a great friend of the channel. Check them out down below. It's uscca.com/GNG. And if you find that your membership doesn't meet your standards, you can always cancel at any time and get your money back as well. Links down below. I want to talk to you about something that I was blessed enough to actually go on the Newsmax and discuss this. But the FBI was caught in black and white on paper lying about how many times lawful gun owners, law-abiding citizens, utilize their Second Amendment rights to stop shooting incidents, active shooting incidents. And if you were to believe the FBI, it would be a minuscule amount. In fact, I'm going to show you their report and show you the group that caught their errors, called them out, and readjusted the statistics to prove that up to 50%, last year alone in 2021, of active shooting incidents were stopped by guys and gals like you and me who carry every single day to remain safe and to be a protector in society and to stand in that gap. And we're getting the job done. And the FBI does not want to acknowledge that. Why? Well, because right now they've been weaponized by an administration led by Bobo the Clown.
My legislation says there can be no more than 8 bullets in a round, okay?
In which their narrative is to make it look the exact opposite, that you and me, for carrying these tools, we're the crazy ones. When actually, they've actually called us everything in the book, right? DTs, domestic terrorists, they call us everything. They've tried to turn the country against us. But the statistics prove otherwise, folks, and this is a good one to talk to your friends, family, neighbors, relatives about, because the statistics prove that having more of guys and gals like us around saves their lives as well. Now, before I show you this chart, I need to explain a couple things. The FBI, they are very deliberate in what they do, specifically when it comes to statistics. For instance, there are all kinds of requirements that police departments have in reporting different crimes, so that the FBI will know that, rape and robbery and homicide went up or down by X amount of percentage in each location. That's where they get it from. But interestingly enough, they do not have any requirements on reporting how many times active shooting incidents are stopped by good guys and good gals with guns. Interesting. So what do to get these numbers that they put out on this chart I'm about to show you? Well, they subcontract out to an agency that uses media reports. They use the national media and their reporting to compile these statistics, when in actuality, you can find a lot of this stuff a lot easier than depending on the nightly news and who's going to cover what. But also with that comes the obvious issue that today's mainstream media, the fake news media, will never, ever tell you how valuable our Second Amendment rights are, because they're part of this movement to try to delete it. It's never going to work, by the way. So keep that in mind. There is no required reporting for this type of statistic, but they want to throw it out there when they don't even know that they do know. They do know that it's terribly inaccurate, and I'll tell you why here in a second. Now, the Crime Prevention Research Center took the FBI's reports and they made the corrections. And I'm going to show you this chart that has both the FBI's released data as well as the corrected data, and we'll see together just how often we are the ones who are protecting society and protecting our country. But here's the chart. So starting on the left is the FBI's reported numbers, and then to the right, we're going to show you the numbers that Crime Prevention Research Center actually went back and corrected by using actual facts. So we'll start in 2014. The FBI reported 20 active shooter incidents. And how many were stopped by an armed citizen according to the FBI? 1, which is 5% stopped by, good old mom and pop here in the United States of America. Now, CPRC also added in these columns here, which says cases where armed citizens have stopped likely mass public shootings by being present and being able to stop an incident. And they also have the columns where cases where armed citizens have stopped active shooter incidents, okay? And on the right is the corrected column. So we're going to look at the 3 to the very left after the year, and then the 3 to the very right. And you can look at this chart as you see fit if you want to pause it and break it down. But so 2014, right, they reported 20 incidents, 1 stopped by good guy, good gal for 5% stoppage. We'll just leave it at that. But the actual corrected number of incidents, because the FBI missed 3, is 23. And because the FBI missed reports, because they're depending on the mainstream media, the corrected active shooter incident stopped by an armed citizen is 4, meaning that 17.4% of these incidents were stopped by guys and gals like you and me. Now, if you look at the right-hand column, those numbers are going up every single year. Why? Because crime is getting out of control and people are realizing that they need to take care of themselves, because you cannot carry a cop around. And when I say it how many times on this channel, when evil meets you face to face, eye to eye, the time to respond is right there in that moment. And nobody has the time to pick up a phone and beg for help and wait for the sirens to come. You need to take care of yourself in the immediate, and crime is getting out of control. Plus, they're just going to go soft on the criminals anyway. So take care of yourself, because nobody else can. But look at these numbers, guys and gals. Last year in 2021, the FBI said there were 61 active shooter incidents. And they said 4 of them were stopped by good guys and good gals for a 6.6% stoppage rate. In actuality, there were 112 of these incidents, because the FBI is depending on the media, and 55 of them were stopped by you and me for a 49.1% stoppage by Americans with their Second Amendment rights and their tools on them to stop these incidents. Now, the last part I'm going to show you here is the total. FBI says from 2014 to 2021, there were 252 active shooter incidents. They're only going to tell you that there were 11 people who stopped these for a 4.4% stopping rate. In actuality, thanks to the Crime Prevention Research Center, they have said that there were 360 of these incidents. 124 of them were stopped by good guys and good gals with firearms for a 34.4% stoppage, thanks to the Second Amendment. Now, do you think for one moment that Joe Biden's weaponized Federal Bureau of Investigation would release a report in the very short weeks leading up to the election, in which they want to go after assault weapons and extended, high-capacity magazines and scary guns made out of plastic that people can just make on their own, and all that crazy BS that they put out there to try to scare people and play off emotion? Do you think they really want to tell you that because people are carrying more firearms lawfully, that 34.4% of crimes are stopped by good guys and gals carrying their own tools? Do you think they want you to know that last year almost half of the incidents were stopped by good guys and good gals with a gun? Of course not. Why? Because you'd vote against every one of those politicians asking to take away guns and the Second Amendment because of safety, when actually having those are providing safety for thousands of people. And they'll never tell you that, which is why it's on us to get that information out. And then, even though YouTube and other social media platforms are stomping on this channel right now, they're killing the reach, that's okay. I'm still going to put out the information, and I'm going to ask you to help me get it out. Please like this video. Please share this video. Please comment on this video to destroy this YouTube algorithm, get people talking about it. I'm going to link this report in this description down below so that you can have it for yourself and talk about the truth with people, and you can start changing hearts and minds, because that is a key factor here. We need to talk to people. We've lost that art. This country has lost that art because they want to do this all the time. And this is what's got us in the situation where I hope I just didn't break my screen. That's a new phone. Well, I'm gonna go check my screen out. Get this information out, study it, know it, and use it when you're talking to these anti-gunners who are going to throw out all kinds of crazy things to get people's heart moving, because that's how they think they can win, is to play off emotion. We have facts on our side. Guys and gals, till we see each other again, be safe, stay vigilant, and carry a gun to keep you, your friends, your family, your community safe, because that's what it's for, that's what it does, and we are winning, and they can't stand it. Take care.